Welcome to the Technodifier.
We are saying that they cannot. I think it's absolutely essential. In the center, whether you realize that, you're asking for regulation, for massively invading this world of the internet.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry. I thought you were finished. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not finished. But when we take and fiber optics really indicate that anyone that wants to use this system for massive tubes, commercial purposes, those tubes can be filled, tangled up tubes. The internet is not something that you just dump something on. It's not a big truck. Streaming of tubes. Why did we do that?
Not just something you dump something.
Why?
Okay.
Well, I think on that note, welcome to Technodifier 16.
That's DJ Ted Stevens.
That was Ted Stevens. We talked about this last week.
But man, it's gone viral.
Hopefully you can never live this down. We still get reelected.
In Alaska, because I think it is a series of tubes. Because it's the pipelines, dude. He lives by pipelines.
He's like, it's a series of tubes.
We move oil.
It's not trucks.
We move everything.
I understand pipes.
We don't send oil by trucks. So it's,
but we've got a cool little device to open the show up that it's
July 21st.
Oh yeah.
By the way, sorry, we jumped right into it.
Friday, July 21st. And Josh is not here for this show.
Band camping indeed.
Yeah, he's killing bands with a chainsaw, and he's making a movie. It's called Freddy Eats Jason 7.
This one time at band camp?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have something pricier and hypothetical at this point.
Yeah.
An alternative to the M Audio multi-track.
Pretty freaking
it's this
cool,
mock-up, and I think the original link I saw was on Engadget, but it's on linuxdevices.com, that shows some of the just a spec on what this little guy could look like.
So yeah, the Trinity DAW. Which is in concept
digital audio workstation or something is the idea they're going for.
Built-in monitor on it, little 640 by 480.
Yeah, a little 6.5 inch LCD display.
Which is really cool.
Linux runs Audacity, which isn't the most amazing piece of software in the world, but it's nice, and that's some really nice mobile functionality.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because it looks like this would be the first generation of a portable DAW that's really meant for kind of some roadworthiness and
right. It's got like phantom power. And
I want to see other people do this.
20 gig hard drive
as well. And it's great that the Linux folks are doing it first. You know,
or that. Well, I mean, these devices all run Linux. Just about.
Sure, but
because they don't want to develop their own proprietary OS.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that gives away they've got off-the-shelf applications that they can easily use or port or there's got to be sequencing from.
Did the same thing and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
So it's just it's another device to watch. Let's see what happens with these guys. See what's happening with this little hypothetical player.
Cool stuff.
Recorder, dancer,
machine or
device. And hardware. This thing is really small. This LG finger mouse.
Yeah. So what is it? You just kind of.
It's like the size of your finger. It actually fits on your finger.
It fits, so it's on your finger.
Yeah, it's that small. Look at it. It's the size of a.
I was just trying. I couldn't tell if you're just supposed to push it around with your finger.
No, you put your whole finger on top of it. Like lay your finger on top of it.
Push the top to the left button, and the bottom portion to right click.
Yeah, like this. You rock your finger.
Interesting.
Like rock.
Yeah, your PDA or UMPC.
Right. It's basically a small little mouse.
Yep.
Neat idea. Go ahead and then what else do we have on the hardware?
It seems like there's still yet a killer app to hardware.
Yeah, somebody's going
to develop.
We're still working out this mouse as a concept. Oh, Sanyo updates the Exacti, the HD, the little tiny HD camera.
I believe it's a tricorder that records high definition television.
Yeah, but it's 720p, and from what I've heard, the video does not look that good. But Sony also announced. They just had a press release for a camera that is like an update for the camera they had before. That's actually, I think, it used DVDs, and then maybe there was a tape mechanism version.
So it
Yeah, I think there
burned
was a tape version. Yeah,
Okay.
those DVD burn
I don't
mods
like that.
are lousy.
Not
It's a
in
bad
camera.
idea.
You don't want to put that in a camera.
But Sony is debuting it has like I think a 30 gig drive in it, and does
Wow.
5.1 surround recording,
That's nice.
HD 1080i HD,
That's real nice. That's
widescreen
real nice.
CCD for like $1,500, which that's not a bad price at all.
That's not bad. And
To
just-
shoot HD, that's the point. The HD is going to make the quality of home cameras get that much more amazing because HD as a standard,
It's
once
so-
it gets cheap,
it's
it's
so-
so much higher resolution than any of the previous consumer stuff that it is essentially the production like resolution that you're doing for
Yeah.
production stuff.
Well, but
like the feature films. Like,
are we also not looking at maybe an example of not? You were saying the video on this thing.
oh, it just doesn't have the right. It's not as big a sensor as it on the Sony camera.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. You can have you have the same megapixel, but if it's a bigger sensor for the same megapixel, you've got really more electronics.
Detail.
Like so,
More detail that it's pulling it from,
Right.
To create that image from. Yeah.
so you get higher
That's-
quality. I mean, obviously, there's a difference between the. I think it's like about half the price for that Exactee versus the Sony.
That's cool. This T-Mobile phone. that you
Oh
can,
yeah, there's a Hackaday and a T-Mobile. It's the SDA. It's a Wi-Fi phone that you can hack the phone, overclock it,
That's so
install Skype on it, and you do Skype via Wi-Fi on
cool.
the
That's
phone.
really cool. That's really cool.
And if you can get them around $100, $200 on eBay. More like $2 I've saw, and that's a good price. If you find it at $2, you should buy it on eBay. And I thought about buying it just
It'd
as
be
a
neat
Wi-Fi
to do that
phone,
as a Skype phone.
and then you can get prepaid T-Mobile time or something on it.
Is that what you have to do to be able to use the Wi-Fi stuff?
No. I'm just saying you could do that as well because
Okay.
it's a T-Mobile.
So could would you be able to use the Skype and Wi-Fi without it getting any service?
I don't know how the phone is activated that way. That's what I'm saying. You may.
so you may
it might
have
be.
to buy
I don't really know.
the-
It's quite possible that you could,
It'd be
but I
interesting
don't.
to
I
see
don't
if
know
you
the
could.
details on that.
Because if you could just use that device and have Wi-Fi access and use it for Skype,
Yeah, I mean
That's
they're
cool
getting
stuff.
phones. The phones are coming out now, but they're
Yeah.
$300, $400.
Yeah. give me a
Or-
$200 phone I can hack and I'll think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, and the fact is, if you were going to look for a cell phone and you were already a T-Mobile customer, then this is a phone that would work really well for you.
Sure, exactly. Oh yeah,
And then
this
in Florida, there's a fire in a building, and it looks like maybe it had something to do with the dude that had 18 TVs in his house.
that generates a little bit of heat.
Yeah, a little bit.
The 18 TVs. I'm no expert.
I have a lot of CRTs, and they're not all turned on or plugged
No.
in, but I don't even have 18. I don't think.
That's an awful lot.
That's a lot, man. Like maybe he's using it as a heat source. Maybe.
I mean, yeah,
In
it's-
Florida, I don't know. This time of year, Florida, you really need that heat source.
I don't know what that'd be about.
And then I'm finally back in the PSP homebrew world. DevHook is letting me boot my games that want you to have the newer firmware.
Right.
But I also DevHook, one of the newer versions, actually lets you boot the even newer firmware. So the 2.7, the one that plays Flash, like
So
the
you-
browser.
so you
I can boot that.
So you can boot that and play all the new games
And homebrew,
and all
yeah.
that stuff, and then go back and do all the homebrew stuff.
Well, I guess
as
it's
well.
still. The firmware is really still the 1.5.
Dude, that's genius that they figured that out.
Oh, it's so much reverse engineering, and
Yeah, that's great.
but it makes me like my PSP again a little bit more because I had upgraded to 2.6 because I really liked the web browser and the RSS feed
Right.
functionality.
Right.
But you lost all the homebrew
Sure.
on it when that stuff happened. So
Speaking of,
it's great to be
speaking
back.
of-
Yeah, and we've got a cool app, PSP Kick,
Yep.
which is pspkick.com, is a great sequencer for the PSP, and you can actually get plugins for it that basically are different sound packs. And here's a clip that was on the
I got it.
on G4 Tech TV or something.
Drum machine to rock out like it's 1983. No. All you need is a PSP and the new PSP Kick homebrew application. Now, first of all, we have to give a shout out to Nathan Rye or Nathan Riggs.
It's a really mature application. If you look at it, it's really well built. They've, like I said, released a couple sound packs recently. You can build your own wave samples for it.
That's great.
I mean, it's just a multi-channel sequencer.
It's one of the few apps that's actually worth putting on a PSP that is legal. It's going to come with 12 basic.
One of the few apps that you can put on your PSP that is legal.
Well, no, one of the few that's worth putting on here that is legal.
Worth putting
Which it's one of the coolest apps, but I don't say it's one of the few. This is a relatively old thing. But as you see, yeah, that lets you know. But each one of those is basically a beat. You can change the tempo, and there's a whole bunch of effects and things too. But it's really neat. You should check it out if you've got a PSP that you can run homebrew on, which would be. If you've got anything other than the 2.7, I would really highly recommend downgrading your, which I think we had a link in the last show to an easy downloader or downgrader. Downgrade your PSP from the 2.6 to 1.5, and then you can basically do anything you do in 2.6. And
Oh, that's great.
yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what happens. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but Sony really should have thought about this from the get-go and embraced the development community and made a hobbyist license to where you would have to register your code in order for it to run on the PSP, but then it was signed and it could legally be run.
Right.
I don't see why that would have been a problem. It shouldn't have been a problem, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, I mean, let's see what else.
So what they're just
talking
worried
about Target pulling the UMD.
yeah, Target has pulled UMD movie format completely. Sony is actually selling movies on memory card at this point, which I guess there had been a limitation up to this point on the resolution that could be played off of a memory card. It wasn't as high as playing off of the UMD, and it wasn't the full resolution of the PSP. Well, people had built their own, I think it was called PMP, their own format. Not only was it their own player, but it was their own file format, basically. Built the homebrew community for the PSP because they were pissed and they wanted to be able to encode their own movies and play them at the resolution on the PSP to take the full advantage of that nice, gorgeous widescreen.
Yeah, exactly. And
so check out PSP Kick, and then there's another application called Rhythm, which is another original music creation, free application for the PSP.
Yep. Cool stuff.
And on the Skype front, we talked about Skype a little bit a minute ago with the hacked T-Mobile phone, Motorola phone, but looks like reportedly a software company in China has reverse engineered the Skype protocol, which is not protected by any sort of rights because of the way it's set up.
It's a closed protocol, but it doesn't prevent anyone from reverse engineering.
Right. So this company is saying they're getting ready to sell like server software to companies in China to basically what's really going to happen?
Phone service?
No. It's going to be so they can block all the voice over IP stuff coming into China.
Of course.
So that's how this technology is getting used.
Of course.
It's by the evil government in China.
Yeah, that's great. And
rock on, man.
I
did not thought about this at the time, but the earthquake the terrorist attack in Mumbai, and anything that would happen in these other countries. You can be Mr. I'm closed. I live in the United States. I don't worry about world events. But it doesn't work that way anymore when your customer service is outsourced for your insurance. You know,
right.
If something happens in Mumbai, it has an impact on maybe you're not getting your medical care as quickly.
Right.
Which that says something.
That's a big deal. Yeah, it is with their interdependent economies and workforces.
Well, this eWeek article actually said because of this and because of the threat of terrorism that people were that outsourcing was over, and I'm telling you, it's not over.
It's not even close to being over. It is
maybe the first phase of what is outsourced is waning. Sure. And people have found, there are certain things you really shouldn't outsource.
Boom and bust on it. Yeah.
Well, there's just some things you shouldn't outsource.
Sure.
You know, technical support.
Yeah. Right.
For like desktop support for something shouldn't be outsourced to another state.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Let alone another country. You want somebody there that knows your business. And if you're a big enough company, you want somebody that knows your specific business, like specific things about you, and doesn't.
There's also a lot of promise that people had. I remember while working in doing web production stuff for a couple of jobs where there was a lot of promise in the idea of sending back-end stuff to guys in India that could work at night while we were sleeping here, yada. No one could ever really coordinate those efforts.
Well, because it's not that easy. Because people in India may speak English.
Right.
But the work ethic's different, and their vision is different, and the cultural things are different enough that you might say, hey, make this cool spot for us, and then you'll be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Looks like it came out of Bollywood, which is probably the. I mean, you're
Yeah.
talking about what is the epitome of production? Like, what is
Right.
your audience? It's
Right.
India is a. They're not. It's the cultural aspect of it. There's not a mature consumer as the U.S. is.
They're getting there
But I know,
quickly.
right? They
They're
are.
getting there
But I'm saying their
quickly,
tastes
but-
are different. You
No,
know,
but-
it's like when
right,
you watch
it's not-
programs made, like TV shows made in the '80s.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, there's no way that show would even be on just because of
Right.
the production values. now.
Exactly. It's
But it
pretty
worked in
crazy
the
stuff,
80s.
and the resulting effects too of this terrorist attack in India has been a lot of banned blogs and websites where apparently there's
India's filtering media,
yeah,
basically.
it's
period.
basically starting to filter media.
Which is not uncommon practice in that part of the world. Period.
Nope.
In fact, it seems to be very common. Oh, and a cool little piece about this guy that had written on his blog, but getting a bunch of headaches from the AdWords changes you've made, Google.
Damn you, Google.
So
Give me a headache.
So this guy actually gets in the mail some sort of headache medication and a little note like, I hope this helps you with AdWords, and hey, you should check out the online repository information. And
Yeah,
it's just funny that like there's somebody at Google who read this blog and sent this guy
and took a second to send this
medicine.
guy this
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, exactly. And make a little apology and heads
Well,
up.
I didn't apologize, but
You're right.
they gave him some information
He gave him
and some
information
medication.
and some medication.
And then we've talked about these. What was the Web 2.0 is the big buzz term around surrounding it.
Yes.
The interactive, like actual applications that exist
Applications
in a
online,
website.
yeah.
And we talked about Rightly and some other ones before, but Preloader, which is like a plug-in extension of Flickr, is it's software that software that Yahoo is. It looks like they're licensed from someone else. I can't remember the name of the company. There's a link in the site notes. But this company basically has this interface that allows you to edit your Flickr photos online and then save those and retag them. And so you've got some basic functionality
It's
that
pretty amazing
you'd
stuff.
see in something that you normally see in something like Photoshop or some basic imaging editing.
Layers and filtering and things
Yeah,
like that.
add transparency and like change the luminosity and do filters and
Can't get it to do anything.
layers. That's all right. But the point being is that
Yeah.
it's really flexible, and for a lot of people's image needs, why would they buy a piece of software now?
Next Image, the folks that develop the software are kind of running behind that. I think that.
Yeah, it's just a little engine that basically you feed it images and it does this cool stuff to it. I don't think there's any way to maintain the layers
Yeah, you probably have to.
because you're essentially exporting to a
It's a
JPEG.
JPEG again. Right.
But
the fact
that
it
would be
allows
cool.
you
Is
to
if
do
you
it.
could save the layer and come back to it later, that'd be another cool feature. But
Yeah.
and they need to add stuff since it's mainly photos. They need to add something to do red eye reduction, like a little something to easily do it, just
Yep.
as a tool that does that. Simple little things like that will make it even better than it is. But right now, it's pretty interesting.
Well, yeah, it's and it's definitely is pretty interesting how much of this stuff is showing up
Yeah,
everywhere.
and that piece of software made me think of this. In this last week, I've used Google Spreadsheets,
Which is really cool.
which man, why would you need Excel?
yeah,
But seriously, for
Plan-
most people,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it looks
Import
like
your
Excel.
Excel stuff,
and you can export, save as Excel.
That's great. That's great. And then in Rightly, as we've talked about before,
Rightly is basically word
Word processing.
processing, but you can share it with people. That's the nice thing is the interactivity of it.
Yeah.
That I could share a document with Paul, and if Paul went in and updated, I get an email that says, "Hey Matt, Paul updated the blah document."
go check out the document and
So
check changes.
Yeah, and it's a lot better than sending an attachment to somebody and getting an attachment sent back, and then
Oh,
you're
God,
making a revision and
such a
send
klutzy-
another attachment. And
It's such a klutzy way to do stuff.
and
By
Microsoft
saying-
has server stuff to do that and Office things to do that sort of version control on a local network.
But
And I
not-
think they're adding some of that collaborative
I'm sure-
functionality, obviously, in the new version of Office
Yeah.
online. But the
That's
point
been
being,
the buzz. They're working on one. Google's working on one. Everybody's working on
well,
one.
and this spreadsheet thing is
Yeah.
really interesting. I mean, it'll let you just import multi-tabbed formulas, spreadsheets, and
Yep. And
then again share them with people.
yeah, exactly.
So, Web 2.0, I guess the 2.0 killer, the app of the time, the breaking in the dollars is good old.
word processing.
YouTube.
No. YouTube is for sure
That's what I'm saying, yo.
the new hip thing.
It's the new black.
It is, man. It is all that I watch pretty much anymore. So it has nothing to do with technology or the Technodifier, but
But here's a little bit
here's some Shaka Khan rocking some drums in
on the
1976.
outside of this show.
That's right. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, peace, kids. Talk to Shaka.
Talk to Shaka.
Oh, actually, I'm going to talk over this as we go out. There's a couple other things that I thought of. You can check out the online premiere of sci-fi series Screw On Head.
Oh, cool.
Or Screw Top. I can't remember if it's Screw On or Screw Top Head, but it's Paul Giamatti of Sideways and The Woman in the Water, the movie, the M. Night Shyamalan movie that premieres tomorrow.
Nice.
He stars in this. He's the voice of the lead character, who is basically like this mechanical superhero that fights zombies during the Civil War era. But it's a comedy. It's really interesting. I would check it out. You can check it out at sci-fi.com. They have the premiere of the whole episode. You can watch it without commercials. The one awkward part being that where there should be a commercial, they have it blank. Like it's like 30 seconds of black.
That's fun.
Which is a little bizarre when you watch someone online. You're like, where's it going? But listen a little more, Shaka, and we will talk to you hopefully in a little bit.
And thanks for joining us. Check us out, technodifier.com, notfast.com.
We don't own technodifier.com.
Sorry, notfast.com /technodifier.